Hello guys, welcome back, and for today's video I am going to share with you an awesome recipe that only needs 2 ingredients, and I did a heavy duty cleaning in my kitchen and it worked everywhere. And I'm pretty sure you have all these ingredients at home so you can make it too. I had a few things on my list, and one of them is to collect some of the herbs from my garden so I can harvest them and dry them and I can use them for the cooking. And also I wanted to collect some of the seeds, so that is for next year. Seems like sage is doing so well in my little garden. I'm going to plant more, and I'm just collecting basically all the seeds that I see. I'm watering the garden in the morning, sometimes at night too. It depends on how busy I get, but sometimes on both time, especially if we have a very dry, hot days like today. I'm already planning to expand it because this is a very small garden and I want to just have more vegetables and other things. Also, I had this plant, I just cut this off somewhere and now it has root now, so I wanted to plant it. It was in my windowsill for a long while. It was really time to put it in a pot, and it definitely looks happy in that pot. And I had to move from the table to the patio concrete because it was just really getting dirty. So as I started to clean, I realized that last week when we did a project in the kids room, if you haven't seen it, I will link it down below, but we made a closet and we put the wall-to-wall desk into the boys' room under the loft. And as my husband was working on the patio, obviously he made a dust over there and we got so many sawdust, and I wanted to just give a very quick wipe. Nothing fancy, it's just vinegar and water. I didn't even add any soap because only I wanted to clean just this sawdust from it. So make sure in this hot weather it doesn't burn on it and as we use it, because dirt can just bake on it so badly, as you can see on the side. So if I have a heavy duty spot like that, I just put my cloth on it that is soaked into vinegar and I just leave it there for a while, and it's very easy to wipe it off afterwards. Baking soda itself is a very good cleaner, but adding some olive oil, so I did equal part of olive oil and equal part of baking soda, it created a paste that is a perfect texture to clean just some areas that are really hard to clean. I used some essential oils like sage and clove, but with that color I think the lemon smell would be really nice. So that's another essential oil, the lemon one, that is great for cleaning. And this pot, guys, this is such an old pot. It's like over 21 years old, so it's seen a lots of cooking. And as you can see, I was able to clean pretty nicely. I mean, compared to how old is this pot, it's just cleaned very nicely. And I also wanted to try on other areas, so you will see how it works. And the next was my teapot. You know how the teapots are, they are always on the stove, they got some grease on it, and on the bottom it just gets really grimy and dirty, and it was pretty shiny. And of course, after I use this mixture, I just give them a good warm soapy water wash, and after that it was squeaky clean. The next surface that I'm going to try to clean with this mixture is the cooktop. And if you have a same cooktop, or even if you have a gas, you know how sticky it can become very quickly. Even though I'm trying my best to clean between cooking, I have so many things like this spot that you see me scrubbing. I think it was an egg or something, but it burned on it and it caked on it, and it was like a breeze. It took it off very nicely. Although I have to tell you, after that, if you clean the cooktop, which is a glass, I had to use some soapy water. Then I used this glass cleaner, this rubbing alcohol and water mixture, just to make it really shiny, you know, not to have those stripes on it, and just make it really a glassy looking and very crispy clean. I have to try this on the sink as well, and I already feel that it's gonna have a good result, because usually I like to use some baking soda and just a half cut lemon, so that works really great too as well. But sometimes I don't have lemon at home because they just go bad very quickly, but the olive oil, it's always given. I always have some in my pantry. For next, I am going to clean out some drawers. I don't do the whole kitchen in one day. I like to do this in sections, but probably this is the area that gets the most dirt, because this is what we use the most often. I mean, I would say maybe where I keep my jars, that can get really bad too, but this is where we keep our utensils, and we have the plates in these drawers, so, and the bananas for the smoothies, so that's definitely something that we use every single day. And to clean out this organizer, I like to use this brush and water, and the reason for that, because when I used to use just a spray bottle and the rag, I always had lint on them. It's really hard to clean that way when you just kind of just push it side to side, all those lints, but the water is effectively and physically remove the dirt, it washes away, and then I just have to use a clean towel and I can just wipe it out, and it doesn't have any lint because the surface is already clean. I really like this liner that I have. This is from IKEA. It's a see-through one, and it's very easy to remove. And one of the main reason I wanted to have this type is when you have a sticky one, this is what the bugs love, the sticky texture. So every time when you have lots of bugs in your kitchen, this is the place they like to hide, under this sticky liner. And if you have this type, you have less chance to have those all kind of critters living in there. This is what happens when you're trying to do things with one hand and record with the other one. I got trapped. Okay, I'm gonna need my other hand. When when we organized the boys' bedroom and I needed some container, I used up the ones where I kept all the potatoes and oranges. So for now, for storage, I figured if I use a brown paper bag, that will do the job, maybe even better because it's not plastic. And also if I roll back the top, it becomes more sturdy. It can stand up easier and it just becomes sturdier. So it gives me just like sections where I can organize by items, everything like onions separately and potatoes. So I have an easy access to it. For next, I'm going to try this olive and baking soda mixture on this very, very dirty surface in the oven. And as to be honest, it worked so well, but it still needs some additional scrubbing. So that sponge won't do it. It did clean it really nicely, but it needs some extra scrubbing. However, on the glass side, it was like pure magic and inside the oven. And the other reason I like this mixture, I never use baking soda to clean the oven because it's always a pain to clean it out. But in that case, paired with oil is just so much easier, and oil dissolves oil. So this is how it works. That's why it can have to scrub off all those burned on oils, because one oil helps the other to remove. After all this hard dirt was removed, I just used the glass cleaner. The next area I want to try is the faucet, and I have to tell you, it worked amazingly. Additionally, I just poured some vinegar on this rag and I just wrapped it around the faucet and I left it there for a while. And the combination of these two worked so nicely. All this ugly dirt was gone in no time. Sometimes, instead of just pouring water on my plants, the ones that like to have some water on them, I like to spray them and give them a shower in the sink, and they seem very happy afterwards. I'm slowly building up my wooden things in the kitchen. I just plain love wood. I love how they look, how they feel, although they require some attention and extra care. And they can become very slippery too. But I always like to use this fractionated coconut oil. I rather to use that than any other kinds of minerals, because mineral usually contains, or they made from petroleum, so this is better for our health. If I put something on it that we would eat anyway, I trust that one more. If I remember well, somebody was asking me in the comments if I wash my herbs before I dry them, and the answer is yes. I like to give them just a good soak and then a quick rinse, and then I put them on the towel to dry a little bit. And once they not completely dry, they cannot be completely dry on the towel, but they become more dry, that's when I start to make bouquets out of them and just hang them. so that way they have an easier time to dry. It's summertime, so I can hang them, but I can put them into the oven if it's like a rainy day, or if there's just more moist in the air, so the oven could work too. But I like to have this bouquets. I think it makes the kitchen so pretty and cozy. One of my favorite thing is to eat soup. Nobody else in the family likes soup, but just me. So but I'm still making soup. Oh yeah, and I'm going to eat all of them. It's gonna be so nice. And this is such a quick thing to do. I just throw together a bunch of dried things and whatever I think it's gonna feel and taste good in there. Clean kitchen feels nice, huh? Well, stay tuned. How long my kitchen actually stays clean?
But what am I going to do with them?
You can put it in the bowl.
Oh.
A blueberry-t kiütötte?
Ki?
Hogy?
Úgyhogy neki támasztotta, aztán bement, a blueberry meg bum, és így kiborult ide az egész.
Ilyet már csinált, ez már nem az utolsó.
Igen. That's good. That's too clean.
Something to put it on.
That's too clean.
Ouch.
Okay, that's good, Corley. That's good.
I want to do it right at least.
Sweetheart, that's good enough. It's good. It's right next to the brush. Like that. There you go. You got it. Thank you for watching until the end. If you wanna continue watching, then you can just click on the screen on the icon. See you guys soon. Bye!